is our new LCD panel. I'm going to take this out of the protective bag, take the protective cover off of it, and we just want to kind of match up to the old one, the direction, so that we can put the brackets on properly. Bracket goes on right like this. We're going to need our Phillips head screws again. This part is a little tricky because these screws are so tiny. It takes a little bit of effort to get them in there. There's one. And there's two. Just got to make sure they're good and tight. Don't want this thing wobbling around. Time for our second bracket. Bad LCD is on the left, good LCD is on the right. Okay. Come on now. Get out of there. One screw. And there's screw number 2. I should just leave that in there. Alright. Second bracket. Going in. First screw's tightened down. Going in for the second screw. Screw number 2 is in. Just got to tighten her down. We're going to get our old LCD out of the way. This does have the ribbon cable attachment in back here. Again, we're reusing the ribbon cable. Okay, just going to go ahead and slide this up from the bottom, make sure it's got good connection, reseat that piece of tape, hold it in there. This gets lined back up, goes back down. We've got 4 screws in each of the corners. That holds this guy together. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Screws are back in. Time to get our bezel. Make sure the wires are up and out of the way. These do go through the hinge clips, so you've got to make sure all these wires are fed right through there. Don't want them getting clipped or anything. Okay. And then just go ahead and press this down. You'll hear all those clips resituating themselves. 4 Phillips head screws go back in. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. At that point, our LCD panel's back together. Go ahead and replace our grommets. Again, I've only got 2. I'm missing 2 of them. Get our base of the machine back here. This gets flipped back around. Actually goes on in kind of a backwards fashion. Go ahead and get that lined up, and I just kind of set it up right like that. That gives me enough room to get my screws in here. Again, 2 screws hold on the hinge assembly itself onto this bottom cover. Actually, this is the top cover, onto the palm rest. This whole thing we're working on right now is the palm rest. And get this other screw in here. Okay, reattach there. Fold her up. Got to reroute our wires here. These all have little sort of clips that they sit into to keep them out of the way. First cable we reconnect is the camera and microphone. The second one that we reconnect is our ribbon cable, LCD ribbon cable. third one is going to be our antenna wires for the Wi-Fi. This is where a flathead screwdriver does come in handy. Just kind of press this cable down into the clips so that it's held out of the way when we put the screws back in. We don't want to hit this cable with any screws, cause problems. Reconnect our black and white Wi-Fi antenna cables. Last one is the power, the AC power plug. Goes right into the motherboard. At that point we're done there. Alright, we need our bottom cover again. Bottom cover goes straight down. A couple of small clips in the back. That's back down. Replace our four, that's a flathead. Replace our four Phillips head screws here. Back into the bottom of the machine. One, two, there's number 3, and number 4. Okay, I'm going to flip her back over. Time to get our keyboard back in place. I'm sorry, 3 more Phillips head screws first to connect the case assembly. There's 1. There's 2. Here comes 3. Okay. Keyboard, ribbon cable. The ribbon cable goes in there. Get in there, ribbon cable. Clip that down and it gets seated in there. Flip her back around. Got a little tent. Again, there's 2 screws hold on the keyboard. The first one did not come out, so I'm just simply pressing on the keyboard on one end and retightening it with the screwdriver on the other. There's one. The other one did come out, and that's this guy right here. He goes in the second hole. Tighten him down also while pressing on the keyboard. Make sure that seats properly. That just keeps the keyboard from popping up. There's that. Time for a battery. That just slides on. And let's see what we got here. Wonderful. No cracked LCD. That's what we like to see. Thanks for watching.